At 3 p.m. tomorrow every electronic device goes to a black screen and the words "now the real fun begins" appear. What would you expect to happen in the following days? Wonder how the duck my Nintendo DS, which hasn't been able to connect to the internet since ever, was hacked. The hacker really played the long game and had ties with Deep State Nintendo. Check your pick ticket, I have a message for you, you know too much. He who knows too much, must not live. Know much, I must edit, my most simple comment has become my most upvoted comment. The man whose head is full of things, like paper kites and strips of strings, the man with hues of reds and blues, and herds of silent words of news, the man with halves and eighths and thirds, and stocks and clocks and flocks of birds, the man with rhyme inside his head, and time for all that's all unsaid, the man with all the stealthy stuff, the nightly out of sight enough, the store, the stash that's his to give, is he, alas, who must not live. Sleep. Or the phone screen just fades back into Skyrim. Hey! You're finally awake? You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush. Same as us and that thief over there. Damn you Stormclocks. Skyrim was fine until you came along, Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, I'd have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there? You and me, West Sholden be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants. Every electronic device just turns off and that's it. See how quick shit devolves. Now everyone will freak out and buy chargers batteries instead, and maybe then I'll actually be able to buy toilet paper to comfortably wipe my ass. You could wipe your ass with iPhones. Just like Lord Jobs intended. There's an app for that. Crap app. Crap. Wiper. Phones transform in laser tag guns. Everyone gets a laser tag sensor on their chest. All roadways are replaced with water slides. ATMs become time crisis arcade cabinets. Corn dogs, chili cheese fries, cheeseburgers, and soft serve ice cream now contain all the nutrients you need to survive, and any calories consumed past your daily healthy allowance don't count. So much fun. Edit, I'm really glad a lot of people liked my post, and I'm having a blast reading the conversations. Try to stay positive, everyone. The range of your laser should be proportional to how loud you can make pew-pew noises. 2 enemy players left. Looks like a teen and an older man. Timmy lowered the telescope from his eyes and turned to his mother. They're holed up in that abandoned Coles 3 miles north-northeast from us. Should be pretty easy for us to sneak in and get them. #X200B, no, I can make the 2 shots from here. We're gonna get that chicken dinner, son. Karen pulled her scope Nokia 3310 from her fanny pack. Cover your ears. I'm gonna let them know their days are numbered. #X200B, Timmy threw his hands over his ears and braced himself. For hundreds of yards around him and his mom, windows shattered and car alarms went off as Karen uttered her battle cry. I know you can hear me back there. Your manager is next. #X200B, through his scope, Timmy watched the teen's eyes go wide in panic as he looked in their direction. The teen tried to run back into the safety of the Coles brick and mortar, but Karen had the shot lined up. She shouted out a single pew and the hapless former cashier fell to the ground, the light on his chest changed from green to a flashing red. Let's go speak to the manager. #X200B, edit, tried to make it better. NGL 1010 would watch a Netflix-produced movie. The end-to-end encryption legislation has passed. Edit, well, at least my top comment is no longer about hot-buttered assholes. Thanks, all. Please make sure to share resources you have an abundance of. I hope not. I'd go out and write some illegal end-to-end encryption software without a backdoor because I value my privacy that much. Edit, I'll make my own encryption, with blackjack and hookers. I mean, all of that stuff is already written, it's out there, it's on people's computers. How would they get rid of all of that, when people can already have secured IRC, PGP email, Tor, I2P, and all of this other stuff downloaded from the get-go? Same way that Indiana tried to pass a bill that set PI to 3.20. I thought this was a joke, but no, they really did. Why? Because math is hard and people are dumb. That, or I think there is something in the Bible where God ducked up the dimensions to something, and so fundamentalists did the math and derived pi 3.2. You're thinking of the part where the measurements of a well imply that pi 3. But no Bible believer interprets that to mean anything about pi. The circumference could be an interior measurement and the diameter an exterior one, for example. Or the measurements could have just been approximate. The pi 3.2 thing comes from someone who wanted to prove something technically impossible, which he would be able to if pi were rational. Yes, someone claimed to be able to square the circle, and it even passed the House. A math professor just happened to be in the Congress that day for something unrelated, watched that debate and gave the members of Congress an impromptu math class, and they shelved that law. Wait, it took a math professor to stop this? I'd expect the real fun, or I'd start writing an angry letter. To whom? Edit, holy hell 2.5k. For only 2 words? Well, that's a personal record. To whom it may concern. To whom it may concern, duck you. Pictures of Hayden Christensen's face appear everywhere, only they're a bit pixelated and out of focus because it's not an exact quote from Revenge of the Sith. I just scrolled down to find something with Star Wars. Hello there. General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Toilet paper becomes the new currency. Damn it, I have been investing in bottle caps. They'll trade 10 pre-war money for 1 cap. Where'd you get all that pre-war money? You been to the Sierra Madre recently? Wait, do you know something we don't? If I knew something people did not know, I wouldn't post it under this username. Breathe easy, pumpkin. Maybe you're keeping us unsuspecting. Yeah, spill it, cockapus, if that is your real name. Coronavirus mutates into a T-virus, transforming infected people into zombies. Let the fun begin. Not only it's gonna infect people through bites, but it's also highly contagious. What are people gonna do now? Stock up on toilet paper. Apparently. Just quickly, what TF was the logic in that? There aren't any toilet paper related symptoms. I think it started in Japan. There were memes and fake news going around that all TP in Japan is actually provided from Chinese factories. So with the borders closing, and factories shutting shop in China, TP would be one of the first items that would become scarce in Japan, with no real alternative. Not sure if it is, or is not manufactured in China, but even if it is, with normal consumption Japan would be fine. But the potential shortage was hyped on social media and caused a frenzy. So they went crazy for TP, rice and a few other essentials. Then it seemed to progress to Australia, but with an artificial famine since TP is actually made in Australia. So if everyone purchased their normal amount of TP, there would never be a shortage. Unlike in Japan, where a shortage was a possibility since they relied on Chinese product. Then it progressed to the US. Not sure where their TP is created. I imagine it is manufactured in the US, so again is another artificial famine. But it isn't just TP. Canned goods and cleaning goods, and rice are always selling out depending on which country. Edit, Japan TP source. Oh well, just the internet being the internet then. An operating system update. In a hypothetical world, probably some Hunger Games and Tron mix. Realistically, some random hacker pulled this off. Nothing to stress. Won't change anything. Some random hacker put a logic bomb onto every device possible, and it's been there without anyone noticing. Every single piece of data you've put into an electronic device is now compromised. Every single piece of data about you in a database is compromised. Your bank details. Your medical records. The name, address and financial details of every person affected is uploaded to a wiki. Banks and credit shut down to prevent overwhelming fraud cases. Physical money is now the only form of currency accepted anywhere and cannot be withdrawn without a face-to-face check of your ID. There are lines out the door of every bank until they run out of money, at which point no one gets any more until a new shipment arrives. The stock market comes to a literal standstill until an alternative payment system is secured. The stock market comes to a literal standstill until an alternative payment system is secured. Sounds like one of those cryptocurrency fanatics' dream come true. Either that or the doomsayers who insisted on hoarding physical gold.